yourself this year, starting from where you were as a two-way player to finishing the year as a starter on an almost playoff team. Just can you describe in your words like what the past season has been like for you?
It's been crazy. I don't think it's still hit me just yet. I didn't really plan the year to go this well for me. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of two-way players are their plans to get converted or whatever. So for that to happen and then way more, it's just been wild. But I mean, as the minutes increase, I just try to lock in on more so the game plans or whatever. So not really try to take in the experience as I was going for real. Just was really trying to just lock in and help the team. So, but I know it's definitely a crazy experience. Just blessed to have all that happen. But definitely a great year.
And then to see the success that you have, just how much does that give you confidence heading into this offseason? What do you feel like you need to work on the most to be able to be back in this position a year from now?
It definitely gives a lot of confidence. I mean, for a second year guy, kind of like a first year for real, getting a lot of minutes, definitely gives me a lot of confidence going into next year, knowing what I went out there and did and what I'm able to do. So definitely gonna take that into next year. And I think far as things I need to work on, just a lot of the same things, the things that I do, because obviously I go out there, I don't do too much. I'm playing defense, I'm making shots, attacking off of closeouts or whatever. So it's not like I'm going to be the guy going into next year or whatever. So really just sharpening those things in my game and just try to be better.
Keon, for you, what was it like to kind of handle the process of not only elevating from that that two-way contract, but also having a lot more opportunity and getting a lot of burn, a lot of minutes, and entering that starting line? What was that process for you to kind of handle that as more opportunity kind of presented itself in the later part of the year?
I don't know. I think at first, it was kind of like I'll say like when I got converted, it was kind of like a relief thing. But then after that, like now you're playing real minutes well, even before that, I was still playing real minutes. But after a while, it's like, okay, well, now it's not like no one's holding your hand anymore. Like you kind of got to go out there and do your thing. So like just trying to go out there and lock in, help the team, because like I said, now it's business. You're expected to go out there and do things. So I just have to treat it like that, and not really get overwhelmed by anything. So just kind of have to move like a professional for real.
So, and also, could you just touch on? I mean, everyone knows about your defense and what you bring to the table, and you're going to continue to improve on that end. But you showed a lot of glimpses and flashes of what you can do offensively too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the OKC game, for example, or just some of the other games to close the end of the regular season. You shot the ball very, very well. How much of that have those stretches kind of build confidence for you, and how much are you going to try to look going in the summer to kind of build off of it?
Definitely builds confidence because I mean I know what I can do. A lot of people don't. So for me to be shooting the ball how I did, teams would still kind of help off me, leave me open, or whatever the case is. So, but yeah, I mean obviously if you go out and you have a great game, it just builds confidence going into the stretches or whatever. Just because you're out there playing well and you're feeling good, confidence is everything. So. But yeah, I mean, definitely, going into next year, just trying to bring that same spark and intensity to the team.
Keon, against the Warriors, you had 15 points, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and then against New Orleans, it went another direction. I think you were over 5 on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that experience, what did you learn from that? And that being your first postseason experiences.
Nothing that I didn't already know. I mean, yeah, I had a great game against the Warriors for sure. It's cool. And then obviously the complete opposite in the Pelicans game. But I mean, I already know like every game you're not going to make shots. So like I never really get too high or too low after a good game or a bad game. But obviously you don't want to have a game like that. But yeah, it's nothing that I didn't already know that could happen on any given night. So, like I said, after the Warriors game, never really got too high. Great team win for sure. And then going to the Pelicans game, we knew like we had to win that one to go to the playoffs. So, but as far as my performance, I mean, I didn't really get too low after it just because I mean, it's basketball. I wanted to have a great game. I didn't. So, I mean, kind of can't really do anything else about it now. So, I mean, I just went out there trying to do my best, and obviously it didn't go as I planned. But yeah, that's what it is.
Keon, as a young player, you sort of build a punch list of things you need to work on during the summer. Did that punch list change for you when you got elevated to the starting lineup? And what did you learn that you probably need to refine to hold down a spot like that for next season?
No, I don't think it changed for real. Just because I mean, I go out there and I do the same thing as if I was coming off the bench. So I think my expectations were still the same. I think when I entered the starting lineup, especially once, you know, Kevin Malik went down, I think people needed, or the team needed me to be more aggressive on the offensive end, because obviously there's more shots on the table and I'm the one that's coming in starting. So, you know, the starting five is going to be the one that set the tone for the team. So, I don't think anything changes for me as far as what to bring to the table, because I mean, when I go out there, I know I'm out there to play defense and you know, help space the floor and knock down shots. So just try to be more consistent at that next year. I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, next year I'm not coming in to be the guy or anything. So just try to help out our main guys and, you know, just be more reliable than I can be, you know, or than I was or whatever.
When you were in Stockton, your rookie year, you did handle the ball more there, develop those skills, but didn't handle a ton up here. Where's your comfort level right now handling the ball, and is that kind of an area that you'd like to improve upon going into the off season?
I'm all the way comfortable. I really have no problem being picked up, or you know, I think Mike asked me before one of the games, like, was I comfortable with? Can't remember who it was. He asked me, can I make like an entry pass or something? I'm like, yeah, I have no worries at all. Like, no one's gonna steal it from me. So, but I mean, yeah, that's definitely came with some, you know, some failures early on in the season. I probably have turned the ball over at times. So, just learn from those things. And I mean, now I'm comfortable. I'm not really worried about that. But I can't remember the second part of your question.
I was just wondering if that's an area of focus for you at all in the off season.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'll try to sharpen that up as well, but definitely be working on ball handling. But yeah, I definitely felt comfortable out there after a while. Like, it wasn't really too flustered with pressure.
What's up, Keon? I gotta ask, are you a fan of the Ellis Island nickname? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's cool for the fans. I think, you know, whatever they go with, that's, you know, I'll let them run with it, and I guess I don't really have a choice for real. So, but it's cool. I'll let them do their thing.
And then just a word that was used over and over again by your teammates and coaches to describe you was professional.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious, as a young guy who's just scratching the surface in the NBA, where do you kind of attribute that to? Where do you get that from?
I mean, I think just because I know how it is at this level, like, you know, could be here today, going tomorrow type thing, and kind of like I said, you know, as coming in as a two-way, sometimes guys aren't ready for the moment, and then I think as the year went on, I got more minutes and got converted, and now I'm playing minutes. It's like, okay, well, you know, that phase is kind of ended, so now, like, we're expecting you to come out and do your thing. There's no more like, oh, well, you know, he didn't play last game, or whatever all the excuses is. Now it's like, hey, you're starting, you're coming in, like, it doesn't matter, like, we need you to perform. So, I mean, I definitely know, like, there's no more excuses or whatever. I never treated it as if there was, but I mean, just gotta be a professional, gotta show up, do your job, and I think was my mentality going into everything.
In many ways, Keon, you became this season what this franchise has been looking for a while. Asking you to go back 2 years, I don't remember how much you remember, but on draft night, deciding to sign with the Sacramento Kings or sign that two-way contract with the Kings right after. Why did you specifically pick the Kings, and did you have an idea of them looking for the type of player that you believed you could be at the NBA level?
Honestly, it wasn't me for real. It was my agent. He thought this was a good place for me, and I think he probably looked at the roster and was thinking that I could fit in here, and I can have this probably was the best place for me to have a chance at. And I mean, yeah, a year and a half later, the chance came around, and you know, it worked out. So, but yeah, but it definitely wasn't me. I wasn't really. I think I was just so caught up in, you know, I didn't get drafted, so I wasn't hearing anything. But he was, you know, he told me, you know, I had the opportunity here. So, you know, we took it and ran with it and made the best of it.
When you kind of reflect back on this season, this is gonna be kind of a life-changing season for you, even though, you know, the team success maybe not have been what you guys wanted. How will you look at that going forward and use that as a springboard?
I mean, yeah, I think for me, it's definitely the season where I kind of made a name for myself a little bit. Kind of like you said, obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to, you know, with the injuries and all of the things, you know, that goes into that. But definitely for me, a season that, you know, I'm gonna look back at it and be like, this is where it started for me, and, you know, I kind of made a name for myself. Got the experience and kind of got all the, you know, the little, I guess, first year things out of the way. So just got a lot of experience and just looking forward to going into next year, knowing the things that I know and kind of trying to see what we can do next year.
What was it like for you dealing with some of those like first year things that I'd imagine have a lot to do with off the court, people hitting you up or dealing with expectations, and how much easier do you feel like it'll be to not have to go through that again next year?
Yeah, it was a lot of things. I mean, you got things from basketball to non-basketball related, like, I mean, you kind of like early on, like if I have a bad game and a good game, like stretch or whatever, like in your head, you're probably trying to, you know, you want to play your best every game for sure, but you have a bad game in there, you're probably doubting yourself or whatever. And then, you know, off the court, it's, you know, people are trying to call you every other day to tell you how you should be playing and whatnot. So, yeah, I've just stopped answering the phone. I don't even answer calls like that anymore. And then I think, as far as on the court, you know, there's like guys like Malik and Davion, they've been really helpful, especially when I was playing over Davion. Davion was still in my ear, you know, timeouts or whatever, telling me, you know, things to look for, you know, what I messed up on and what I probably should have did or what to look out for. So yeah, those two guys were definitely huge in that. And then Malik, yeah, he was really big on that as well. Like, if I played good, he would let me know. And like I said before, if I played bad, you know, or do something stupid, he would cuss me out and, you know, tell me not to do it again or whatever. So, but yeah, those two definitely helped me out throughout the year.
Thanks, everyone.